Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on a team from the SEC, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Trojans' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looks as if he's going to run it. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They want to run this quarterback. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Turning on the Jets. He's up, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And you just cannot draw up the start of a season any better than that. Opening drive of the first game of the year and quick fire. You're down the field scoring 6. This offense is explosive.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. To the air, it's Fields. Caught over the middle, it's Keller. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul. that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Fields. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Kick is in the air. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it! And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I think a lot of times on offense, you look out there and you go, let's see, I got the numbers, I can throw the bubble. The defense is like, nope, I don't care. They were ready for it. Great job going and making the open field tackle.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown Sooners.
And And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to Brown. Turning it on. Inside the 50. At the 30. 10. Touchdown USC. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. On the move. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. Catch in the middle, it's Morton. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see.
Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. This is a designed run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Motion from the back. Quarterback keeps it. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Steps away. He'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
The Sooners are threatening on first and goal. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Finds a little space. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Sooners are rolling down the field. Calls his own number. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the tailback. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He might want another play. To the air, it's Fields. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. On 1st down, he just sneaks it ahead. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Fighting off the defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here he comes out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Fields. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Picked off, a turnover in their own end. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown Sooners.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Hauls it in. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. One more snap coming before halftime. Corners are going to bail. This quarterback part of their running game. They get him down, clock's running, and they're not going to get another play off as time expires here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Fields. It's complete. And tackled there by the defense.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Keller. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Bring in the heat. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Pocket breaking down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense.
Check. 29 Philly. 29 50.
Quarterback keeper. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with and try to get his offense some positive yards.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gets the back moving. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Sends it back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Fields. fires to the middle. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Fields. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Brown has it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There he goes. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Really Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Looking for a man. It's Fields. They get to him as he throws.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
From the gun, the running back has it. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 17 to Buffalo. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll send the back in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got enough space. Touchdown Sooners! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Wants to throw. It's Fields. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down.
He lets one fly deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy.
It's a seam wide open at the 20. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
USC 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Got room at the 35. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground. And with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking downfield, it's Fields. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Give to the single back. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass and was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. And some room to work. He goes out of bounds, couple yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Gets the back moving. On the move. Slithers into space. He's loose on the left. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. And the Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Breaks the tackle. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Morton. Tackled at the 16-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down, and we'll see if they go for it here. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. And I got to be honest, I like it. I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Sends it back in motion. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big fourth downs, they look for it.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them. You know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job winning at the line of scrimmage. QB and him, same page. Fourth down, no problem.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team